I am live. Hello world. Is there anybody there? Zero viewers. It's not the normal time slot. Stranger sound. I'm late. Yes, it is later than normal. Well, normal. As if normal. When was the last time I did a live stream? Like years ago? Seems like years ago. Good day, Jim. You've changed your title for the birds, have you? Very boring name. No, you are not one. You are not first. Hey, Clinton in Adelaide. Hey, Thomas. Greetings, Matatois. And I assume there's also, I believe, I'm also live on the Twitters as well. Let's see if that's actually the case. Yep. I'm live on the Twitters. But I won't be able to see your comments. Sorry, Twitter people, if anyone's watching on Twitter. Probably not. I won't be able to see a thing. I assume you can hear me. Audio's not going to be great. It's because it's built-in laptop mic. It's pretty lame. Hey, Whack Man. Yeah, home streaming. Formerly known as Twitter. I did. Stupidest move ever, seriously. I mean, like, you don't throw out branding like that. And now it's not a tweet, it's a post. So I've reposted something. Like, they built up this branding. People knew what a tweet was. People knew what a retweet was. It was unique. It was branded. Right? It was a unique word that's not used anywhere else. Now it's a repost? What are the media supposed to go, oh, somebody such and such, the president reposted something. What? Reposted from who? From where? On what platform? Like, it's just, whereas if you say it retweeted or somebody tweeted something, you instantly know what the platform is. It's so stupid. Audio's great. Okay, it's just one of those built-in laptop, spatial surround, DSP wankery. It's got multiple capsules, and it does some surround, does some echo, cancel-y wankery. Tyler, did you hear that? LK99 turned out to be real. It turned out to be real. Oh, no, sorry. Hey, X-Jet's here. That engineer guy's here. Hang on. If the comments scroll just before I'm about to click on something, I miss it. Did you hear that? LK99 turned out to be real. Yeah, real. Okay, so they replicated. Is it a game-changing superconductor? What? Verdict's still out. I reckon the odds are still low. Yeah, okay, they've got some interesting phenomenon, and diamagnetism phenomenon or something in a material. Okay, but just because, somebody verified it, therefore it's real, therefore all the game-changing headlines are correct. Oh, God, we're going to have levitating trains next year. No. I'm not going to say it's not impossible, but no, I'm sorry. You've got to err on the side of, okay, they've got something interesting there. Is it going to amount to anything? It's the same thing with battery technology, right? How many times? How often? Every month. Multiple times a month. You hear about this new game-changing battery technology that's going to revolutionise the world. It's going to revolutionise home storage. It's going to revolutionise EV. It's, order of magnitude more output for order of magnitude less cost, blah, 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 blah. They're building into concrete now. Oh, your concrete slab's going to be a home battery. Come on. None of them ever work out. They all turn out to be impractical. All of them. You can bet on that. You can bet on that like 99% of the time. I just posted this on the EEVblog forum, actually. I'll continue my rant because there's a thread on the forum about it. And I just posted that, like, as a general rule, you can take that 50% of published research is just wrong. It's just wrong. And even if it's peer-reviewed, that adds nothing to the probability of that paper being correct. That doesn't mean that there's not, some papers are more on the individual paper level, right? Some papers are just like slam dunks, right? In terms of data, in terms of method, everything else, right? So they, you can bet with 99% or 95% certainty that, like, that's good because their data and their method, it's just like, it's so obvious, right? Some papers are like that. Others are like, but on a general basis, if you had to bet, half of published research is wrong. And then, as I said, if you get to stuff like batteries, for example, right, where there's announcements galore every month, there's a new game-changing bloody battery, right? All of them turn out to be wrong, all of them. So you can actually bet with like 95% certainty that, you hear the latest thing in the media about a new battery and it's like, meh, no. So anyway, that's, so I'm, this LK99, no, call me. Okay, yeah, I do believe that they've got something, and it's probably something quite novel, but call me when it actually changes humanity, okay? Anyway, graphene nanotubes, yeah, gonna change everything. Where is it? Where are my graphene supercapacitors? You can buy them. Are they any better than regular supercaps? Not really. Your friend was designing chips for a missile system, kept exploding. It was game-changing technology. New mainstream battery tech seems to pop up every 50, 20 years. Yeah, Bruce. Yep. Yeah, so we're way off. Yeah, it's like, and then even with the lithium-ion stuff, lithium before that, it was primaries, I think, before the lithium-ion rechargeables. And, yeah, they were good, but they were super expensive. It took them so long to sort of become mainstream. It's just, no, just don't believe anything in regards to battery tech. No, because you'll be right 90%. Sooner or later you're going to be wrong, right? But 95% of the time you're going to be right by just saying no. Solar power window lighting, yeah, all the big grainy footage. It's quite dark in here. It's overcast today. It's really overcast. Anyway, I've got to be out of here. I'm not here for long. I'm just killing time. I've got to leave at 1:15, which is 45 minutes from now. I should go get a drink. 45 minutes from now. Yeah, so let me go do that. Couldn't find my drink bottle. It was out in the car. This is why you're watching. Pub drinking buddies to kill time. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'm killing time because I've got to go to a sporting thing this afternoon for the kids, and Mrs. EEVblog is playing tennis. She's got a tennis match on right now, so she's buggered off. So I'm left holding the bag. And then I've got to... So this is the second sport thing today. Saturday is all sport, except for me. I'm the only one who doesn't play sport. I took Huxley to soccer this morning. Sagan played a tennis match. And so Sagan plays competition tennis. And then Mrs. EEVblog plays competition tennis. And then we've got another sporting event this afternoon, which is right across Sydney. It's really annoying. So I'm putting a bit of extra juice in the EV now. Auto expert. Yeah. Yes. Aussie car channel. I haven't watched him for a while. I used to watch quite a few of his videos, but haven't seen one in a long time. Don't know what he's up to these days. All that hot air would create megawatts if you got thermopiles on the top of the Parliament roof. I've done a video. It's on my second channel on top of Parliament, because we can walk on top of our Parliament. I think we might be the only one are we the only one in the world? Fact check. Are we the only one in the world with a Parliament that you can walk on top of? That you can walk over the people? It's actually buried underground and you can actually walk over the top of them. I don't play games, so I have no idea about PC games. I haven't played PC games for 20 years. I was actually quite into gaming. A friend of mine would always play via Laplink. Who remembers Laplink? Who has used a Laplink cable? We used to play deathmatch Laplink. Anyway, straw poll. I would like a straw poll. So everyone stop commenting. Straw poll. Answer yes or no to the following question. Do you think this LK99 superconductor is going to be revolutionary, game-changing, yes or no? Will it change humanity? Yes or no? Doing a straw poll. Yes or no only? No, 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 no. I'm surprised. Nope. This is interesting. Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Doubt it. I'll take that as a no. Yeah, no means you doubt it. No means like, I don't think so. No doesn't mean absolutely not. It just means, I doubt it. Everyone says no. There's no one. Pons and Fleischmann, who are they? No idea. Game changing for material science, not for superconductivity, says Whackman. No, maybe. Like, nobody's saying yes. Oh, no, somebody said yes. Brett said yes. No, Senior C says yes. So only two people. Oh, I'll change. So 2 people have said no. Tyler says yes. Only 3 people out of, like, I'd put that at 90%. Say no. 90% say no. This is interesting because if you go and look at the comments section, the new comments, not the top rated ones, the newer comments on my video, which has gotten like over 150,000, 160,000 views now, it's a lot. There's a lot of people attacking me. There's a lot of there's a lot of comments that are getting thumbs up, going you're gonna have to do an apology video. It's been verified. It's been reproduced. You're gonna have to apologise. Your embarrassment now. Your channel reputation of your channel's ruined. So yeah, I'm very surprised by the almost rabid fanboyism of this semiconductor material. It's really it's really hyper partisan. Yeah, so that's interesting. Most people here. Yeah, but I guess my hardcore audience is here, right? and you're so used to just hearing, like, seeing, bullshit, having bullshit called on everything. It's not that I called bullshit on it. In that video, I actually said, hey, there might be something to this. Other teams are working on it. But To me, they lost a lot of credibility by putting that video up. Yet, there's so many excuses out there in the comments. So many people trying to excuse that. Oh, it was just a marketing video. Oh, the scientists didn't make that video. It was the marketing department. Oh, they got coerced into doing that just to show something. And, oh, that video was never supposed to be shown. It's an old video and blah, 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 right? All these excuses for that video. There's no excuse for for a scientific body of that seeming credibility to put up a video of a copper thing and move a magnet and, hey, look, and that's on our front page of the website, which is now down. Front page of the website's down, which is interesting. It's under construction. I wonder if that copper coin video will be back. That will be interesting to see. So, I guess there's a lot of people disappointed that I didn't bust it. I didn't thoroughly bust it. As if, hello, regular electronics engineer. I don't know anything about it. I don't know jack shit about semiconductor physics and material science. Someone like Thunderfoot could, really speak somewhat authoritatively on that, but I certainly can't. I don't know jack shit. I just saw a dumbass video and I laughed at it. And I called it out because it was on their website. If it wasn't on their website, front and center, I would never have. I wasn't going to do a video on that. I said, oh, this hype, I'm not going to get involved in that. And then I actually went to their website and I saw that. That was their main video on their website, front and center. And I just saw that and I just laughed my ass off. Friday lab live streams. It's actually Saturday morning for me. As I said, Saturday morning's a chocker. The only way I'm going to get that back is during school holidays if sport's not on and stuff. If there's no sport. Saturday is absolutely full. And I already don't have enough time during the week to make enough videos, so I can't spend time on live streams. Check out the vertical scale on their conductivity, resistivity graph. It's kind of funny. Okay, I'll have to have another look. But as I said, they lost a lot of credibility with me with that video. Doesn't mean I'm pretty sure they've got something. I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% confident that they've got something interesting and that will be useful for further, as somebody said on here, for materials. It might be game-changing for materials research. Or so. Not even game-changing, but it might, lead in different directions and stuff like that. So, yeah, excellent work, but, yeah, I like this thing being humanity-changing. Room temperature superconductor, I put it at 10%. It's at the opposite end of the scale. Might happen, but I don't know. Anyway, but who am I, right? I don't know jack shit about semiconductor. All I know is that I was put off by that video, that they shouldn't. That's one of the most embarrassing videos I've ever seen. They should never have published that, and all this infighting about it and stuff like that. If you go look on Twitter or elsewhere, there's all this infighting between the team and there's all sorts of shit happening. It's really. There's something going on, something really weird. And the paper wasn't published, it was leaked. Apparently it was leaked by some guy who left the team because, I don't know, anyway. Dave says, they've got something. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, they've got something. Dave now admits that it's semiconductor. Of course it's real. I think they've got, I have no doubt that there's something there. But it's, diamagnetism or something. I don't know. What the hell do I know about, superconductor and physics like that? I know jack shit, so don't listen to me. But my spidey sense tells me it's not going to amount to a humanity-changing thing. But I could be wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong. And I'll happily do a video admitting that my 10% odds were poorly chosen. I just mentioned that. Senior C. But the thing is, right, people think that I did that video to bust this superconductor. I didn't. It was to laugh at and bust the ridiculous video that they put on as the main promotional video on their commercial website. That is fair game. That is absolutely fair game. Okay, another straw poll. Another straw poll. Who thinks, yes or no, who thinks that their copper plate video that they did was a good video to show on their main website as the main promo video? Who thinks that was a good idea? Yes or no? Anyone? Anyone? Nope, 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 nah, yep. I'd be surprised if anyone says yes, because anyone who knows anything about Lenz's law knows that you don't. Yes, Tyler. Oh, we either have a troll or an absolute fanboy. Because didn't you, Tyler, say yes to the other one or something? Yes, 100%. There you go. Really, Tyler. So you think that a good demonstration video on your public website, the big promo video for your superconductor material that you're testing a magnet for, is to use a copper sheet? You think that copper had no impact? None? I reckon it's dominant. Even if the LK99 material that was thermally coated on there was having an effect, it's going to be swamped, at least by the, like there's no way you could do that. Well, why copper? Why was copper chosen? Because copper on its own is going to do a similar thing. So why would you? That's the worst possible demonstration. So either Tyler's taken the mickey there. When's the next mailbag? Oh, I think I'll try and do one Monday because they're building up. So I'll try and start shooting one on Monday. Whether or not I get it released on Monday, I don't know. Yeah, they should have coated on plastic, paper, mylar, anything. But copper, which is actually going to have almost exactly the same effect due to Lenz's law. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and that's the sole reason I did that video. So people were troll. Yeah, nah. Hightor says yes. Next video. I made some LK99. You won't believe what happened next year. I could get a couple of 100,000 views with just that title. Yeah, totally. Go on, Bruce. Do it. You know you want to. Do that clickbait. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm really surprised by the number of people in the comments on that video actually defending that copper video or trying to make it think that it's not relevant in any way. Of course it's relevant. It's their main promo video. They did it. Not my fault. They deserve to be called out. Anyway, enough of that LK99 crap. Yeah, so they went I said just enough of that crap. Yeah, they went to the trouble to make that video. Somebody made that video. Somebody went to the effort to thermally deposit the material on a copper sheet and then shoot a video and then put it on the website. And now it's gone. Now the website's under construction. Who thinks the video's going to be back on their website? I'd be surprised if it comes back. Anyway. Yes, I want to fly in DeLorean and a hoverboard. Yes, damn. Hope it's true. Yes, I'm doing dumpster diving. I went to the dumpster today. There's nothing there. I can't help it if there's nothing there. It's like, ever since COVID, it's Yeah. You know, it's really been going down. No, I don't need a reason to go live. Invite Thunderfoot on a chat with me to answer people's questions. I doubt he'll do that. I haven't checked his channel. Has he done a video on it yet? I doubt if he will. I doubt, because it's so much in flux at the moment. Pun intended. I don't know. Magnetic flux. Yeah, the whole thing is just like, it's going to take months and months. 12 months even. I don't think we'll ever get anything this year. I'd be surprised. Like, before people can actually, like, manufacture enough of it, prove it, and then use it in some practical game-changing experiment, even if that's possible. It's probably going to take some time. People like to support a dream. Yeah, they do, Ian. Yep. They do indeed. Yeah, the rabid fanboys. I did not expect that. I expected people would get what I was on about and that this copper coin thing was just dumb, and that's what I was laughing at. Thank you, Heinrich. What do I think about Linus Tech Tips' new isolated test chamber? I have not seen it. I don't watch Linus Tech Tips. Only if, like, it happens to show up in my feed that looks relatively interesting or somebody clues me in. I don't. What's the new isolated? What's isolated? What is isolated about their new test chamber? I know that they were building an RF anechoic chamber. They were building an acoustic test chamber for speakers. They were building. Is there another chamber? Anyway, they were building at least those two, along with their power supply test rig, which I've done a video on. What tests or experiments and demos would need to be done to appease the skeptics? I don't know. Ask a superconductor physicist. Like, seriously, I don't know. Right? What is I don't even know what the standard test for superconductivity is, because apparently there's lots of discussion about, like, the actual term itself and what constitutes superconductivity. Like, there's a few things, you know, like you pull the, you know, it goes from none to instantly changes that threshold, and the thing, you know, your magnet, it levitates above the magnet. But you can get that levitation happening with diamagnetic materials as well, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would need to be done to actually prove that. To, like, I'm like, the skeptics. They're like, really, like, until you can buy it on DigiKey, right? Until you can buy your superconductor material that you measure, you pass current through it, and it has zero resistance. If I can measure zero resistance, right? If I can measure zero voltage drop, and I'm pumping 10 amps through this little tiny thin wire, right? And I'm getting zero, right? That's what I want to see, right? To me, as just an engineer, that's what I'd want to see, right? But I don't know from a material physics point of view what would constitute a superconductor in the eyes of other superconductor physics researchers. I don't know. The video's gone for good, is it? No, I just checked it this morning. Let me have a squiz. Let me have a squiz. I literally just checked it hours ago. Yeah. Playing my video. The link is in my video. No, still there. Still there. Their website is down though. But the video is still there. It's still got all its views and everything. It's going well, Damon. Don't turn on take it apart videos. Yeah, well, my last video where I thought was really interesting, I tore down the optical, the auto refractor keratometer, and I thought that was really interesting. Didn't get many views. People went meh, you know. So I've got three other actually. I've got 3 other optical instruments like that I could really do interesting teardown of, but if that's the number of views I'm going to get for it, then I don't know. Basically, no one's got any money left to buy new shit to stock the dumpster room anymore. Yeah, the economy's not doing great. So everyone's keeping their old computers and stuff. Like, you know, I used to get like stacks and stacks of computers. So many I couldn't give them away. And it's just not anymore. I guess people are keeping them. Have we reached a point where, you know, unless you're doing some elite level gaming kiddie rubbish, like just your regular PC is just going to continue to do it all until it breaks. Like, you know, you don't need to update anything anymore. Are people finding that's true? Are people finding that's a thing? That, like, who's using like a recent PC? Like, are people using like 5-year-old? My PC's like, you know, but I do video rendering. But even then, I'm nowhere near bleeding edge. It's still 3 years old, and it'll last for another decade. Like, you know. I have no idea if you should test superconductors in the RF chamber. Sorry, no idea. What software am I using to put these comments on the screen? I'm using StreamYard. So StreamYard pulls in. I'm currently streaming to 3 different places. I'm streaming to Facebook, my EEVblog 2 YouTube channel, and Twitter as well. And it pulls in the comments, but not from, I don't think it pulls in comments from Twitter, but it can pull in comments from Facebook and from the YouTubes. And you see that little symbol right next to your name, that means you commented on YouTube, whereas somebody else would comment on, it'll put a little Facebook symbol. I don't think anyone's commented on Facebook here, and I haven't caught up to the chat. I'm way behind. 4 or 5 years old. Desktop is from 2011. 4th gen is my minimum keep. I'm on a 5-year-old HP mobile. 2011 Toshiba. Yeah, right. And we're engineers, right? So we're doing at least reasonable stuff on there. And yeah, it's like, why do you need a new computer? It's nuts. My old the machine I stream on at the lab and do all my recording on at the lab, like the bench recording and stuff, that's an old 4th gen dumpster. 1/3 or 4th gen dumpster machine that's probably 12 years old now. Works great. Like, you know, you put a solid state drive in the thing, you know, and a decent amount of RAM, and Bob's your uncle, right? Apparently, NVIDIA's cutting production of gaming chips in favour of AI stuff. Really? Gamers always get screwed first, crypto, now AI. Well, you know, like I'm sick of this bleeding edge gamer bullshit. You know, it's like, oh, I can only get 150 frames per second. I really need to spend $2,000 on this latest card that gets me 160 frames per second. Seriously. Although I can feel your, you know, if all the GPUs are being bought up for, crypto mining and stuff, I can understand that. That's pretty annoying. Or if it drives prices up. You're an i7 from 2014. Bob's my uncle. I do actually have an Uncle Bob. I'm not kidding. I have, or had an Uncle Bob. He's no longer with us, but yeah, I had an Uncle Bob. Ubuntu on a 2012 laptop, yeah. Like, yep. Amazon one day said you want a whole Dell system for £85. Why not? Works great. 12 years old. Yeah. You know? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and Uncle Bob too. Baxter. XJet's edit rig is an i7-8700 with an RTX 3060. Yeah, well, you're ahead of me, XJet. You've got. I just recently upgraded to an RTX 2060. I wasn't going to pay a premium for that 3060 rubbish, so I got a 2060, which was the minimum requirement because I wanted to try out this active. Because NVIDIA have streaming software now, and I wanted to try it out to see if it was any good. And my old card was like a 1070. Which is still a fine card, was a GTX 1070, which is an okay, it's a fine card still. But yeah, so, and I found a cheap secondhand RTX 2060, so I just upgraded to that. But it's, what, 3-4 years old? Yeah, so you're way ahead of me. Although I think I have a better CPU than the i7. I've got the Ryzen something or other. I've got like the 12-core Ryzen or something. I've got a pretty beefy CPU. But, yeah. You mentioned no one watched a recent video. I just went back to your main channel and discovered YouTube has not pushed notification of recent posts. Really? Yeah, well, nothing new there. Thank you, by the way. Toffer's Cast and Tales. I assume that's your channel. Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, no, I don't think it's a push notifications because I've done a video on this, analysing this. The push notifications, they only get like 5% of views anyway. Like there's only, I don't know, what, 10% of people signed up for push notifications anyway. So it's not that. It's the title, it's the thumbnail. And if you get, and if you go trending, if they decide, if the YouTube algorithm blesses your video, and you happen to get pushed onto the main page and stuff like that, that really helps. But in general, from your existing audience, it's thumbnail and title. Yep. Thumbnail and title, and people saw the, and my latest video with the Mixig optical fiber probe, I thought that was a terrific video. Like, I thought that was really interesting. It's not just a review of that probe, it's doing, high voltage GAN switching and stuff. I thought that was really interesting, and it's just meh. Views are just meh. So, very, very disappointing. What's the best way to contact you for a video idea? I'm sorry, but please don't. I don't have time to take video ideas. I've got too many videos that I want to do and I just don't have time to do them. So, sorry. But if you ever want to contact me, dave@eevblog.com. I read all my email. I've got 15 minutes left, I think. Could I go dumpster diving in a teal junkyard? What's a teal junkyard? May contain people's personal information and data. Yeah, I find hard drives and I put them in and I have a look at the information on there. Yeah, it's got people's stuff. I found a whole company's, someone in my building. I knew exactly who it was. I knew exactly who actually threw things out. They had all their company documents on there. Everything. Like, nothing that's worth anything, but, like, geez, it's just nuts. They had, like, client data and, no, it's not like although one of the medical devices I got at auction, one of the medical devices I think I've shown on one of my videos, it's got all patient information in there. Like, geez, Safe lock power line attack. That did get a lot of videos that say, I can't believe how many videos that got. That was just a simple throwaway video. I wasn't even putting much effort into that. And I don't know, the algorithm loved it. The algorithm loved it. And it's got like, I think it's got like, I don't know, 600,000-700,000 views or something crazy. It's got like 500,000 at least, I think. Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's no point because it's so difficult like there are some researchers who have cracked it, but I'm talking leading edge researchers who've spent years trying to, like years, multiple years trying to crack one, try to find some side channel attack, and I just don't have the time or the inclination to put in that much effort to potentially get nothing out of it. So that's the thing. That's a problem with a video like that. The risk is you're going to put in all that time and effort, and you're most likely going to, the most likely result, 99% sure, you're going to get nothing out of it. You won't be able to crack that safe lock. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just that it means that you'd have to spend so much time and effort doing it that it's just, yeah. It pushed the optical fiber video to you. Yeah, it's hit and miss. But hardly anyone uses the notifications. In fact, I just got a new shoe phone, right? My shoe phone never, I used to have the YouTube app on there, but it would never push notify. I don't know why, it just never did it. So now, because when I subscribe to channels, I put the notification bell, I hit the notification bell. Then I got this new shoe phone that suddenly works, and I'm getting all these freaking pop-ups. I had to disable them all. No wonder only like 5% of people bother to turn on the push notifications, because I realise how annoying they are. And the average person, I don't know if I'm average, but I'm subscribed to hundreds of channels. Hundreds. So yeah, I can't have, and if, so I would get like, I was getting like 30 notifications a day on my phone, push notification, watch this video, watch this one. I was like, holy shit. Okay, yeah, I do enjoy that channel, but like, it's only so many YouTube videos I can watch a day. So, yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realise stuff like video rendering, right? Video rendering, for example, you don't need the super. You could pay double for a card, and it's no faster at all at video rendering than the lowest end card in that series of chip, because the video encoder is on the chip, and it doesn't matter how good a card it is, how much video memory it's got, and it's got everything whiz bang. All cards in that series, like the 1070, for example, right? The 1070 is the GTX 1070 is exactly the same. No, even the 1030. I think the GTX 1030 is exactly the same speed as the GTX 1080. Even the 1080 Ti, you can add the Ti thing, titanium or whatever it is on the end of it, and it's no quicker. It's quicker when you play your video games, but in terms of using the video encoder core inside there, it's not. So you just buy the bottom of the range if you want to do like video. And same thing with this. This is the reason I didn't buy a 3060, is because the 2060 is as far as enabling this NVIDIA software built into the chip, which allows real-time removal of the background and everything without a green screen, right? It does all this, real-time background removal and stuff. It works exactly the same on the 2060 or the 3060. Makes no difference whatsoever. It's this series of chip. So that it's the feature core in there that actually does the business. So just be careful about that if you're buying a card for a specific thing. Sometimes you don't. You can buy the bottom of the range one, and it'll perform the same speed as the top of the range one. So yeah, trap for young players, that one. I'm way behind. You went from a 1080 to a 3080 Ti, and it went from minutes to seconds. Right. Well, mine's not that quick because I'm not doing GPU rendering at the moment because I still don't have the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, which you have to get the paid version if you want the GPU rendering. So I don't know how much faster it is. The TI means more VRAM, does it? Okay, didn't know. Anyway, yeah, the VRAM doesn't help when you're doing video rendering like that. The rendering's done inside the core. The core's got its own memory or whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, the core is the same. So, yeah. The 3060 has 12 gigs of VRAM, and that's important for DaVinci Resolve. Really? I don't... Voice isolation, magic mask, I have no idea. I have no need for any of that. I don't do any graphics. All I do is join clips together. I don't do any color correction. I don't do any fancy editing shit. So, you know. Anyway, yeah, I have to get off my ass and buy the... I want to get the package deal, which comes with the editing keypad. Like there's a keypad with a jog shuttle on it. I want to see if that's any good for editing, if that speeds things up. Because I think for almost the same price, or for like $100 more, you can either buy the software license or you can get this package deal with the jog shuttle, with the DaVinci jog shuttle thing and the license. So I might, yeah, I'm going to have to buy that. Anyway, I've got a lowly 2060. I don't know how much VRAM it's got. I got no idea. It was just second. It was cheap. Came up on eBay second hand. So I thought I'd try it. Anyway, video rendering's not a big deal for me. Like the speed of video rendering, it's like, meh, so what? I just leave it running in the background. It's not a big deal. And even like if I render, and most of my videos I render in 1080p, and they render it 5 times real time. So if I've got a, you know, if I've got a video that's, you know, an hour long, it only takes 10 minutes to render. It's not, it's like I don't need much faster. But if I'm rendering 4K, that only renders slightly above real time. So if it's a 30-minute 4K video, yeah, it takes about 30 minutes to render or 25 minutes or something. So, but still, it's not a big deal. Doesn't, you know, doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, we're live from home. Yeah, there's differences between, there's differences in file size between, like, because I do GPU rendering sometimes using Handbrake, and Handbrake does GPU rendering. The difference between, X264, X265, and then GPU versus CPU. CPU gives better file size, but it's slower. So it's a trade-off. I do actually transcode all of my videos before straight off the card. I used to copy them on, but the files are too big. So I'm just sick of storing it. So I do actually, before I edit, I do actually transcode them all with Handbrake. I've got a Handbrake script. I just drag the folder in and it just sits there in the background and it transcodes them. So I transcode them to H265 now, actually. But there is a difference. Even with the same quality factor set, there's a difference between Handbrake using GPU and Handbrake using CPU. It's like 50% more file size if you use the GPU. So GPU is faster, but yeah, it trades off file size. So it's really interesting. It's not, you don't get the same result. There's a lot of ifs and buts with your 4K videos render about 90 to 120 frames per second, Bruce. Oh, that's pretty impressive. Okay. Wow. Okay. No, mine is 30 frames because I shoot in 30 frames per second. So mine's about 30. But as I said, that's CPU. It doesn't. I don't have the GPU version, so I don't know how fast I assume it'd be 2 to 3 times faster. So it'd be interesting to see what my 4K videos render at when I buy the full version that supports the GPU. So, yep. And then it depends on the quality factor you set inside. Usually I use the low quality factor because I don't have moving information. I don't have moving data. It's just, it's just my hand waving around in front of the camera. It's not, So I find that the video quality makes no difference. So I can set it on low or even least, and I can't notice a difference. So yeah, it's really quite something. Yeah, so no. How's winter in Oz? Depends. As you can see, I've got a jacket on today. Today's a bit miserable. Last weekend was fantastic. This weekend, but no, it's Sydney. Sydney never gets really cold. I met up with Robert Ferenak in Sydney. You've seen me if you've seen my video on the second channel. Met up with Robert Ferenak, fellow YouTuber. He came and visited Sydney with his family, and I showed him around Sydney. And I did wear this jacket. It came off 5 minutes later, and we're walking around in t-shirts. It was so warm, so warm in the middle of winter. He couldn't believe it. Yeah, I've heard the Mac M1 is very good at transcoding, but it's so hard to compare apples with apples when it comes to transcoding. So hard. Depends on your source material, depends on all sorts of shit. You loved my review of Oppenheimer. Yeah, that shook up a few people. Yeah, I was just disappointed. And frustrated. That was a frustrating. There's some good bits in it, but no, I was expecting better. Looked fantastic, but Jesus, the audio editing. You don't need a gaming PC and 32 gigs of RAM to do 4K. No, you don't. My machine has 64 meg, I assume you mean. It's gig, 32 gigs. Mine's got 64 gigs of RAM, but it never even uses more than 32. Doesn't even use that. In fact, if I turn everything off and just run DaVinci Resolve, it only uses like 5 gig. It doesn't use much. Review of Barbie, no thanks. Is my pool finished? No. Who wants to see my pool? My pool. Who wants to see my pool? This will be the last thing. Yep, I've got to go in. I've got to go in like 1 minute. I will show you the pool. This is a before shot of the pool. Can you see it? Don't know if you can see that, but there is a blue outline there. There's a blue outline. The pool. There will be a pool there, hopefully. That's. I don't know if you can see a blue. They've marked it out, and they're supposed to be starting this week. So, yeah, that is starting. And then the extension on the house is supposed to be starting in a month or two as well. So all my solar has to come down, all of it. It's all got to go. So, yep. So I won't have solar for a couple of months. I thought about moving it temporarily, but it'd cost more in time, than I'd just pay for the energy. Ready in time for summer is the plan. Yeah, apparently it'll take them a couple of months, but then I have to landscape it myself. It doesn't include landscaping, so I'm going to do the landscaping myself. Yeah, so we haven't figured that out quite yet, but the goal is to get a pool in. The solar is going because we're putting an extension on the house, going up, roof, boom. So the entire roof of our house is coming down. So the solar has to come down. So I'll have to install all the panels in the garage, and then I have to decide what I'm going to go with. I'm probably going to go with a complete N-phase system. Probably, I think. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, I have to go, guys. Yeah, they're pretty stoked getting a pool, but I won't believe it until it's done. because we started this pool thing May last year. May last year we started, and we thought we might have it ready for that summer, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. I got to go take the kids to yet another sporting event, the fourth sporting event for the day. Catch you next time.